the Illuminati, same thing I go on in a Babylon. Them a come with them witchcraft, and them got no satisfaction. Them a come with them bafflement, same thing I go on in a Babylon. No one can give satisfaction. Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone. No one can give satisfaction. Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone. In a me go we now, Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone. In a me forwarding, Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone. When them come to eat up my flesh, they shall stumble and fall. Any weapons right against I shall no prosper in the time of trouble. Jah is my shield. No one, no one, no one, no one. Jah Almighty. No one can give satisfaction. Jah Jah alone. Jah Jah alone. No one can give satisfaction. Jah Jah alone. Jah Jah alone. In a me go we now. Jah Jah alone. Jah Jah alone. In a me forwarding is Jah Jah alone. Jah Jah alone. Them a come with them obeah, and them got no satisfaction. Them a come with the Illuminati, same thing a go on in a Babylon. Them a come with them witchcraft, and them got no satisfaction. Them a come with them bafflement, same thing a go on in a Babylon. No one can give satisfaction. Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone. No one can give satisfaction. Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone. In a me go we now, Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone. In a me forwarding, Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone. No one can give satisfaction. Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone. No one can give satisfaction. Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone. In a me go we now, Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone. In a me forwarding, Jah Jah alone, Jah Jah alone.
political songs, like we have an ulterior motive to bring the government down. But I tell them, hold on, wait a while. I won't let political vampires grab my style. They could take a look at all my independent songs. I never sing politics, always write some sweet lyrics. So I don't know where they get this stinking idea from. Hey, somebody tell my Kenny gang a mistake they make to rap with young song. I'm in trouble real long, I know what is going on. They could leave me out from semi-final, that will never stop me at all. I'm in trouble real long, I know what is going on. They had their thing well planned to give the shanty man, so they leave out them bad man. They know they go take the ground, up the Paris set, so they make a big man wet. They say that we ain't good, we can eat that yellow food. Hey! Wow to them, it was disrespectful. What a labeling man, I'm a real bad man. It's all a show of failure that living down by me. Well, one day he disrespect me because I asked him for my money. Then he went up in the ministry when he was in charge of culture, and he gave them strict instruction, don't give me no for Carifta. Somebody tell Mr. Study for me. Carifta weekend, well, I made the most money, because when I roll up to me nice clean Toyota, I drop people all over, I collect US dollar, but I never make Burberry roll under my queen car. Hey, somebody tell this banger wrong, a mistake he make to with young song. I'm in trouble real long, I know what is going on. I want him to explain to the people how he got his driver's license. I'm in trouble real long, I know what is going on. You take them people land and try to be love but stand, then you walking wrong like you with some big badge, and when Puzzle pull the barricade, you fly up in a rage. That's why baby Jesus, he got you ignorant. I'm with you for the wrong things. Wrong man to deal with. I'm a real bad man. I know some people will never like the fire that I'm spitting out. So all who can stand the heat, just come and box me in me mouth. Cause when Scholar running up him out and keep me chill and NNP, I see same set all you lads up be jumping and clapping for you. Some people bad-minded and head just for the line. According to doing it, it means to wrong and right. So right now I really don't give a damn what critics say. I come in with a gun blessing, I don't paying anything, so nobody cannot tell me what the hell to sing. Hey, one kid which is selling passport, all you want to strangle him like a goat. I'm in trouble real long, I know what is going on. No passport selling more than rum in shop, I don't hear nobody talking about that. I'm in trouble real long, I know what is going on. Bullets flying like buds, but I don't hear in a word from the commissioner, neither the prime minister. Everybody mouth and lock, no one is afraid to talk. Right now I go say it blunt, all you hypocrite mouth, hey boy. Ah, I like call a girl CBI money boy, but I hear most of it outside there. I like about to say he's in Dubai. You see right now, out and bad, out and bad, out and bad. This year, out and bad, out and bad, out and bad, out and bad. I get in and out and bad.
Mr. PM, sir, I hope you listen to me. I'm not your enemy, just the voice of the people. La da do do da do. Last year enough people said give you a song. In all fairness, I told all of them hold on. It was only 1 year you deserve a chance. But it's 2 years now, grace period past and gone. I had no problem with the pension, that was okay. But the money you didn't source on your own. So the credit for that it had to split 2 ways. Since after that we waiting for something major to be done, not one capital project. Like your government on recess. But it's only pictures and videos. stand still. Like regularizing them got stuck on a hill. The teachers and him and knees tired fret. And them nurses say how they live to regret. The healthcare condition is overbearing. Basic medication the patients can't get. And the more people cry, all you're doing nothing. The hospital suffering from a complete case of neglect. What about no more contract?
Mr. PM,
And primary health care, that was vote talk.
Mr. PM,
The medical staff could hardly function.
Mr. PM,
And it's like that all over the island.
Mr. PM,
The place looking bleak. Things not sweet on the street. But it's only paint and flowers like
anything good to eat.
and everywhere you pass, people balling, balling. Everywhere you go, mama, people balling, balling. People can't feed their families, so balling, balling. All over the country, people balling, balling. People feeling sick, hopelessness have them weak. But all you only planting flowers like
Flowers good to eat.
oh ladoy, bambado, bambado, ladoy. Mr. PM, the old people have a saying, who can't hear us feel? Listen, sir. Mr. PM, the country living in fear. Night and day bullets ringing out everywhere. Still waiting for you say something to we. As we lead on head of security. Right now the people frightened and hopeless. No confidence in the leadership. From you to the commissionites, pointless. The people say something need to be done and it must be quick. What about Edwin Martin?
Mr. PM,
You ain't want him, but others need him.
Mr. PM,
National security in trouble.
Mr. PM,
Cause the police force you dismantle.
Mr. PM,
The place looking bleak. Things not sweet on the street. But it's only paint and flowers like tempting good to eat. And everywhere you pass, people balling, balling. Everywhere you go, papa, people balling, balling. The country don't have no money, so balling, balling. All over the place, mama, people balling, balling. People afraid to sleep. Things not safe on the street. But all you only planting flowers like
flowers good to eat.
plenty families hurting still can't believe. With all the empty campaign promises you give. Enough people with no place to rest their head. Where all they talk about housing, housing, man, all your dread. On the Chinese houses, those families were waiting to have a place they could call their home. And with the sweet talk, they thought that better was coming.
And a good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points.
People falling.
My name is Sheldon Scott. I will be with you up until the 10 o'clock hour. Indeed, I am sorry for the exceptionally late start this evening.
The bless mama. People falling.
Sometimes you do know matters cross over into others, yes?
The street with no place to eat.
But we're here and we're ready to get started.
Planting flowers like
Yeah, the planting flowers. What take place with the planting flowers down Wall Street side and then place there again? That ain't taking place.
Labadi Bamboy. It's called precautionary measures. Boy.
Yes, I do realize right now they're rushing to do all sorts of things. So they left you to catch your nenen, because we have pastors listening to this program. I have to be very careful with how I say things. Yes, so I could say that one. They left you to catch your nenen from 2022 all the way into 2026. And now they realize that the roads are to fix. Now they realize that it are potholes all parts of the island. Now they realize that they have to focus and get some of the infrastructure done. Now they know that they have to do post-cabinet press briefing. Now they know they have to focus on regularization. Now they know they have to focus on housing. Now they know they have to focus on healthcare. But since 2022 to now, they didn't know that they have to do those things. All of a sudden, they realize, hey, it's have young people. They left school in 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, and one bunch that about to leave in 2026, and that they have provided no opportunities for these young people. So they now realize that they have those young people out there, but not just that, that those young people are voting young people. They're about to vote. So they now realize that. But they didn't care about that. They weren't concerned about that between 2022 and now. But now that they are facing a similar situation to which the other islands are facing, because I can tell you, with near certainty that St. Kitts, their general election is due next year. St. Kitts is going to go to general election this year, sooner rather than later. Dominica, if I remember correctly, they have about 3 years remaining. Do not be surprised you see Dominica going to elections as well. Yeah, Antigua is already in the election cycle. And you know definitely that Grenada is going to be following suit. So pay attention to what is going on around you. You see them doing all sorts of things now. They did not care about you. They had no concern about you for the past 4 years. None. No care or concern. They were only busy in filling their pockets. People who came on camera and told you that after they give out this and they give out that, they only have how much dollars or cents left in their bank account. And all of a sudden now, they could sit in a meeting with the public workers in Carriacou and say to them that, hey, win, lose or draw, I set for life. And considering that on a government minister's salary, and all that a government minister's salary has to do on a personal level and otherwise, even with the constituency allowance, that says a lot. There must be another source of income coming from somewhere. Because there is no way with that salary and even with the constituency allowance, which you cannot use the constituency allowance for anything but for helping people in the constituency. That's the only thing. They give all sorts of things on that. That's why you realize, since Sister Kate spoke about it, since Sister Clarice, Dr. Modest spoke about it here, and since we spoke about it over and over on the program and explained to people how that operate, all you realize they drop this thing about tell them NNP and them spend the money, they get in constituency allowance, spend the money. Because people have got to understand and came to understand how much money it is and how that money is utilized. Sometimes when you check the size of some constituencies, it works out to $2 or $3 per person, per voter, not even per person, per voter in the constituency, if you break it down per person, which includes children, non-voters, all of that, it breaks down to a couple cents per person within the constituency. But they try to give you the impression that they're giving $1 million. It's not even $1 million in a year. But they try to give you the impression it's $1 million that they're giving to the candidates, the MPs, sorry, and that the MPs have that money to spend. No, that's definitely not the case, huh? Yeah, that's not the case.
Prevention better than cure.
So let me say a special good night to all of you joining us via the various mediums, yeah.
Best I can.
I've not done a roll call for a while, but I can't do it tonight because we started so late anyway.
So now I'm living daily by this phrase. With every situation.
But let me say a special good night to all of our listeners in North America. So that covers everybody in America and Canada. We say a special good night to you all. All our listeners over the pond, Irvin, the Giza, all of you listening over there, we say a special good night to each and every one of you.
Police, just in case.
And we have special greetings going out tonight. Yeah, all you could send all your special greetings and all you could big up all your candidate, like them people in St. Andrews Southwest. Yeah. So they're bigging up their candidate, Mrs. Amanda Japal George. And these greetings are coming from Brandon, Marilyn, Vernon, Anne-Marie, Dale, Rosanna, Sherian, and the entire Ford crew. Yes, Ford is solid in the house of the new National Party. Anybody go up there, they're just playing around. Ford is solid in the house of the new National Party. So we say a special good night to Brandon, Marilyn, Vernon, Anne-Marie, Dale, Rosanna, Sherian, and the entire Ford crew. Nice? Yeah. We say special good night to them.
All these years we have been misled. All the wrong things we have been fed. Failing just to
We
take
say special good night to all the listeners via We Noise TV.
and keep these three words.
And those listening via We Noise Radio. Good night to you, Wade. Hey, well, who calling there? Let me see who calling. I didn't even open phone line. They call. Hey, hello, good night. Hello.
Good night, good night.
Good night. I didn't open phone line yet, but go ahead.
I want to say shout out to Miss Noreen Thompson, my MP
Yeah,
for
man.
St. David.
Yeah,
I want to give a shout out to her tonight. Coming from the Arnold family, the Charles family, and the whole team from Mongozo area.
Mongozo in the house. All right, beautiful brother. Thank you. All right.
Good night to you.
Yes, indeed, folks. Yeah, you look at big up all your candidate, man. You look at big up all your candidate. You look at send the message. I want to open the phone lines properly. Or you could call and them kind of thing. Leroy, good night to you, bro.
Anytime they
My good partner, Leroy, man.
to do.
Nutmeg State, good night to you, bro.
Ready, have plan B. In the
Good night to your lovely wife as well, eh?
if Trump call carry come,
Mr. and Mrs. Watts, good night to both of you.
prepare for the backlash.
Patricia and Matthew. Mr. Handsome, good night to you.
Waiting just to see he face. Hope they brought
Good night to all of the wonderful candidates of the new National Party.
cause the Russians in we neighborhood and for
To my wonderful cousin up there in Six Roads, good night to you.
leaders flexible.
I hope that you're having a restful night tonight, that everything is going all well and okay.
No tool,
Especially considering the circumstances, I hope everything is going okay up there.
show him we united just in case. Badabadoy.
My Duncan family up there in Top Hill in Carriacou, good night to you.
Oh, labado,
To my Lawrence family up there as well, good night to you.
badabado, dabado, dabadoy.
To the Koi family out there in Carriacou, special good night to each and every one of you. Maitland, good night. Bossy.
Sandowns.
Let's go back to the phone line. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
And the funny thing is, even trying to distance himself to keep me from
Hello, good
retaliating
night.
against
You're
him.
live. Go right ahead.
Oh, good night, Sheldon. Good night, good night.
He loves
Sheldon, I want to shout out
getting revenge on you.
And to my candidate, Adrian Joseph,
Don't
the Stranger Northwest candidate, that coming from PD4, wishing him, and we know that he will be successful calling the next election call, and we're looking forward 90-70% in the vote for St. John Northwest. So, speaking from PD4, that's the people who vote at the Harfield Primary School.
Kidnapping is a serious crime.
Thank you, Sheldon. Have a blessed night.
All right, great.
Never getting revenge.
And again, folks, I ain't opened the phone line yet. let me make it clear. I have not opened the phone lines yet. You could send the message, but I have not opened the phone lines yet. Yeah.
Singing sort of happy songs, yeah.
Yeah, brother Leroy.
Whether real or in pretense.
Alban Harris, good night to you, bro. Claude Abraham, good night to you.
Must not laugh at your expense. So
And let me say a special good night to you, Ranks. Ranks is at you soul there, man. Ranks, good night to you.
broken heart,
Merrill, I ain't find I see Merrill for a little while. Merrill, good night.
all back on. Makes it easy for us.
Miss Courtney, good night to you as well.
So if you take a girl to a party, but she find a hiding place, have you
Folks, also remember the St. Andrew Southwest Constituency branch. They've got that breakfast sale taking place at the Grenville Car Park. That's going to be taking place this Saturday, starting from 6:30 p.m.
light just in,
a.m. Sorry, what's in p.m.? a.m. Yeah.
but long before the fed.
So that's the St. Andrew Southwest Constituency branch. They're having that breakfast sale at the Grenville Car Park at 6:30 a.m. this Saturday.
In danger, don't fight for no stranger.
So make sure you all pass and you get your breakfast and that sort of thing. Eh?
Balabaloy,
Remember, we are party in opposition. You know, we had to raise we funds, we had to do we things. So when we have thing, whether it's at $2 we spend, it will help, you know, because that $2, if everybody put that $2 here and at $2 there and at $2 there, and so we could pay our boss to go to a meeting. Yeah, we might be able to make up the money to be able to pay for the sound system. We might be able to put aside a 50 cents here and a 50 cents there until we make up enough to buy some t-shirts. So don't think that it's a situation that, man, I ain't bound to go. Even if it's $2, you don't take anything but you leave $2 in the cup. You say, listen, that is my donation. That is what I have. We are thankful for it. Yeah? So go on out and support the St. Andrew Southwest constituency with the breakfast sale taking place this Saturday. Those of you in St. Andrew who will be in St. Andrew might be going up a little later. Still make a pass and save the day. You understand? Nice.
They used to have a lot of food. All you say everything is free. Take away the $1 fee. Now them children barely empty. Government can buy the groceries.
Well, as I hear that in that song, I was told by one particular parent that the child came home and said they fed up at the bread, they fed up at the bread, they fed up at the bread. Because at that particular school, this lunch that they get in for school is bread and salami. The salami expensive, you know, so I know how to get that one. But bread and salami, but they were getting it multiple days in a row. And that is what they were getting for lunch. If you're doing the school feeding program and you're mentioning the school feeding program as though it is some major achievement of your political organization, at least it should be running properly. Now listen, I grew up my early years in Trinidad, and they had a school lunch program. The lunch was prepared at central locations for various schools. So there may be one central location that dealt with it, could be as much as 10 primary schools. And they would send the box lunches over. Anybody over a certain age who went to school in Trinidad in the 1980s know about box lunch and your box juice and your box milk and your yogurt that they used to send over. They sent cases of Orchard. They sent cases of peanut milk and straight milk, peanut milk, strawberry milk, and chocolate milk and vanilla milk. They used to send cases of this over little boxes to the schools. And they used to send the crates of lunches and so on over to the schools, and crates of yogurt. That's why I hate yogurt right now. I eat too much when I was small. Yogurt and those sort of things that they sent over to the school. It was properly structured. Now here it is, you're saying, okay, we are providing money to the schools and so on. When I think the move that should have been done in relation to the school lunches was basically they could have moved into something like that. You have a central location, like you say, okay, we have St. George location. It's a location where those young people who are interested in the culinary arts, they could have been training in those locations, but you provide lunches on a sort of industrial scale that then go out to the primary schools, and even if you include the secondary schools, you go out to the secondary schools and you could even from that central location provide lunches for the institutions like the homes for the aged, for the hospital and that sort of thing, instead of trying to have kitchen here, there, everywhere, and you're running into thing where children eating bread and salami. But that thinking, that sort of thinking only exists within the New National Party. You won't get that sort of thinking anywhere else. You'd only get that sort of thinking. And the people who can actually get those sort of things done, not just the thinking, but who have a track record of getting these things from thinking into action. The only place you can get those sort of things is in the New National Party. You look at the other party right now. They promised you 500 houses per year. Right now, we're supposed to have over 1,500 houses done under the Project 500. You don't even have 17. Technically, you don't even have that. And I say that because where they built the 17 houses in Dunfermline, there was already a project under the New National Party to build 16 houses up there anyway. So they just co-opted the plan that the NNP had to do those houses up there, and they call it part of Project 500. Oh, we're going to say these are the model houses and so on. Got into all sorts of boundary conflicts with some of the people who were living up there because they actually go and encroach on the boundary of some of the people living in Dunfermline. People that buy the place, pay for it, everything. Living in Dunfermline, they encroach on those people's property to come and do the Project 500 houses. But ask yourself a question. If Project Polaris is going to cost over $1 billion, the budget of Grenada is not even $2 billion, but it's going to cost over $1 billion to do Project Polaris. Where are they going to find the money to be able to do those 500 houses per year? Because you're speaking about another billion. If you have to do that amount of houses over 5 years, 500 per year, not 500 over the course of the time. That is not what was said. But if it's that you're going to do, you have to be able to find the funding for it. Where's the money going to come from that? Is it going to be loans? Are they going to tax us to get that money? Are they going to be able to do 500 houses and the project that they're speaking about? Or is all of that just brango and bramble as they head towards the general election? And folks, I got to step away for one moment here.
Might get steal, or they may try to put me in jail.
Tell the can stop all the makiki and go have on the country. For those who don't understand, everything is a gala, van is gala, and no gala. Be a gala in Miami, also New York City, gala in Toronto, even London also is gala, and no gala. But while they dining, partying, and they having fun.
Yes. And good night to you, my good friend Smolax.
Coming from
Smolax are a real good fella, you know.
while they betting, and the authorities don't care nothing.
And I'll tell you, if you're looking for an electrician, yes, call Smolax. If you need an electrician, let me know, and we will connect you with Smolax. Yeah.
Everything is gala.
You ain't failing no inspection, and they have to come back and all kind of thing. When Smolax set you up, he set you up. You understand?
I must confess, nowadays I cannot rest. I'm suffering with gala stress. Hey.
Okay, folks, the Carriacou and Petit Martinique branch of the New National Party, they announced their maroon breakfast and brunch. They say, come and enjoy delicious local breakfast. That's Carriacou style. Yes, indeed. You're getting saltfish fry, chicken fry, fish eggs fry, and roasted baked fried cuckoo. Yeah. And you're getting that at the NNP party office starting at 7 a.m. this Saturday. Yes, maroon weekend out there in Carriacou. Great food, great company, great vibes. Don't miss it. And of course, you'll get the opportunity to mix and mingle with Senator, the Honorable Norland Cox, soon to be MP Norland Cox of Carriacou. Good night to you, Norland Cox. Sorry, Senator, the Honorable Norland Sebastian Cox. Good night to you, bro.
We had the best Prime Minister. If to hear them gala.
From the moment that guy walked into the Senate, that's been a good friend of mine. Eh?
But I say I must confess, nobody's afraid to rest. I suffering.
We know the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique will make the right decision, and they will ensure that Senator the Honorable Norland Cox puts an end to the mawes that going on up there in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Yeah.
People frightened, they afraid to talk.
No, he's a known performer. Yeah, he's a known performer. He can get the job done.
Independent man, big fanfare. True flying everywhere. They have no discipline. They stop roadside vending for gala and no gala.
And all your NDC don't have to worry when NNP in power, making sure NDC get NNP get. You ain't operating like all your MPs and them to make sure, well, only NDC must get. No. So don't tell them nothing. All your NDC and them don't tell them nothing. Just go and vote NNP. Yeah? Because you're voting for your bread. Go and vote NNP. Yeah.
We are the best Prime Minister. If to hear them gala.
Don't take God out of your thoughts on election day. Make sure that you vote for the House. Yeah?
But I say I must confess, nobody that can.
Super people say, don't be a louse. Vote for the House.
We gotta stress.
Yes, indeed, folks. So, yeah, I think it's about time we get into the issues for tonight. And first of all, I'd like to congratulate all of you that went out to that wonderful meeting that took place in Marion last night. That was Senator the Honorable Dwight Hosford and his team, together with the political leader of the New National Party, chairman of the New National Party, former Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, and the entire team that was out there. Wonderful presentations, and the energy, the atmosphere was electric. Yeah. So I want to say a special good night to all of you that made the trek to get out there and to ensure that they know what is coming in their direction in St. George Southeast. They know very well what is happening in St. George Southeast. They know that their bond and their veil over the people has been broken and removed. And the only movement taking place around this island is towards the New National Party. I know it has certain people in go like when I say that. They just want to come and attack me when I say things like that. But me ain't had time to attack them. Because they are not a threat. What they might be is an annoyance, but they're not a threat. Yeah, the only movement taking place in Grenada is towards the New National Party. That's the only movement taking place here right now. It has some movement away from the NDC, because you're meeting a lot of people who, in their own judgment, thought that they wanted, after giving the NNP 15 seats back to back, they thought, hey, we need somebody in opposition. So they decided that, hey, we are going to do it in our constituency. We're going to vote to put somebody in opposition. You don't ever vote for people to put people in opposition. When you do that, you may end up with a government you don't want. Mia Motley said that. So many people in some constituencies who traditionally voted for the New National Party, I'm speaking to you tonight. You know the mistake that you made the last time. You said, for some level of, in your mind, fairness, that you were willing to offer up your constituency to be the one to be in opposition to the new National Party. Because in your mind, you were ending up with the same prime minister, you were ending up with the same government ministers, but just you thought that there needed to be checks and balances, so we need to put in somebody here. And you got up election morning with that in your mind, and you went to the polling station, and you cast a ballot against the party that you usually vote for. And you see what became of that. Because other people were thinking the same way, and you ended up with a situation that the government that you knew was capable, you knew had a track record of getting the job done, had a track record of providing opportunities for the young people of this country, had a track record of providing for people in all sectors of the Grenadian society, looking after the elderly, looking after the young, looking after everyone, even at our worst times through things like Ivan and COVID. You knew the track record of the new National Party, but you decided to give somebody else a chance. Now you have regretted that mistake. Don't let anyone else come to you now and say that, hey, we want to be the stopgap measure against A or B. We vote in NNP. Full stop. There is no other party in consideration right now. We are voting for the new National Party come election day. And election day will be coming a lot sooner than many of us realize. A lot sooner than many of us may think it is coming. Because hearing some people giving some unrealistic dates way down the road, down so on, this month and that month and no, unrealistic. In fact, 1 month from today, you could be swearing in a new prime minister. Exactly 1 month from today, the prime minister could wake up tomorrow morning and decide, hey, I'm going to the governor general, I'm dissolving parliament, and I'm calling for a fresh mandate. Nomination day is such, election day is such, early polling day for police and medical people, etc., people who are necessary to work on election day. This is the day for them to go and vote. You can very well hear the prime minister get up tomorrow and do it. You can hear him do it on any particular day. So this mindset that some people have of, hey, when the election call, I go do this, and when the election stop, I continue to tell you all because somebody said it to me the other day and they just annoy the living daylights out of me. My God is real. They annoy the living daylights out of me with that. Don't come with this thing about waiting until, because you don't know when it is. And I can guarantee you it is sooner than you think if you're saying that and you have not started doing what you need to do. And I'm not speaking here about the people within the structure of the party, I'm speaking about you out there who are a supporter of the party, and you know where it does do. You know you just make yourself available. You know you just go ahead and you just talk to people and so on. You know you just pick up the phone and you just call different programs. So now you ain't calling. Now you ain't calling because you're the professional, you're the expert in relation to everything right now. So you will, within a 2 to 3 week period, be able to convince people to vote. Meanwhile, the other side flushing some of them radio programs and so on, and you sit down silent. And you think that that is strategic or sensible. It is not. Some people will not like what I say. They may not like how I say it. But I have a responsibility to say it. Pick up the phone. Call the program. Who are you afraid? That is who are you afraid? Grenadians afraid. That group that call themselves government in Grenada right now, that is who you're afraid? A set of path wannabe revolutionaries. That is what all afraid? Wannabe progressives, wannabe revolutionaries. Very good at mimicking what took place in the late 1970s and early 1980s. They're very good at mimicking what took place there in a 2000 plus setting. So they want to be the new digital Maurice Bishop. They feel they are the new digital Unison Whiteman. So they want to come and replicate some of what was taking place then in a new upgraded and digital format. But they don't have the track record of achievement. They don't have the track record of service. They don't have any record except some real bad one in some cases. But they are the ones that are coming now to try to convince us that they are the reincarnation of these individuals. And all you afraid them? All you my goodness, nah, sometimes a little surprise me. Grenadians afraid them? That is what you're afraid to talk out about? Afraid to call we? I can't call because they could do me this, they could do me that. I always remember, you know, at times like this, I always remember my deceased friend who used to work in the Ministry of Youth. And every time I see her, I say, girl, they go fire you. They go fire you. She was working in the ministry. And every time I see her, she coming out to she NNP activities, and so she working in the government, but she coming out to she NNP activities and thing. The day after election, yes, the day after election, when I see her, typical greeting, girl, they go fire you. She say, but I fire them first though. And that is the attitude. You have a constitutional right to support whichever political party you want to support. They have people that are working within the public service right now, making all sorts of political posts, from nurses to teachers to others. Nobody's threatening them that when the table turn and NNP come in power, that any pressure will be brought on them. You are Grenadian, you have a constitutional right to have a view. But it seems as though only one group of people have a right to have a view in this country. So you have one group of people who get called in by the Public Service Commission if they see them post certain things or they say certain things. I'm saying to you all, get a constitutional lawyer and deal with them. Deal with them. Because what they are doing goes against the Constitution. They could put whatever rule they want in place at the Public Service Commission. It means nothing. The Constitution of Grenada is what stands. And there are certain things that the Constitution allows you to do and certain things it does not allow you to do. But they have taken the little bits and tried to expand it to try and scare you. So they have weaponized the Public Service Commission against workers in this country, and in specific, workers who are viewed as non-supportive of the present administration. So without any proof, they accuse you of putting out information and leaking information and so on, and they call you in front of the Public Service Commission. And then outside of the Public Service Commission, you have some of the same people who inside there come in and whisper to you, hey, you should resign, you know. You should resign. Yeah, don't worry, they'll go give you a nice package. Because they don't want you in the public service. So public service only good for them. And then after weaponizing the public service against the workers of this country, they go ahead on top of that and they try to destroy the unions. I've been warning the unions since 2022 that what is taking place now will take place. The press conference and all of that this week is geared towards next week, you know. That has nothing to do with this week. That's geared towards next week. That's geared towards May Day. Because what they are trying to do to the unions is bust and break the unions. And if the leadership of the different unions that have workers under the government of Grenada do not realize that this administration has by and large destroyed their leadership, then woe be unto them and woe be unto trade unionism in Grenada. Woe be unto you all. When the Prime Minister of this country decides that he go in and meet with doctors and nurses and he does not engage with the leadership of the union to say be there, which is illegal, because according to the rules, the only time that the employer is supposed to engage with the employees is through their union. For those sort of things that took place there, you could engage with them otherwise, how things go in, right, you could do that. But when it comes to things like bargaining and increases and all these sort of things, it has to take place through their union as their bargaining agent. Because if you had gone to the union and said, hey, we are going to give these benefits to these workers, and so we just want your input on it. They could have done that, but no. They decided that they wanted the members of the union to turn on their leadership. They want the members of the union to cost the union leadership. When you all take that platform on May Day, there is a full intention to have your own members turn on you. And some of UNO, realize what has been taking place there. The slow ebb and drip. It has been strategic to destroy the unions here in Grenada and to place the unions into a position where the workers feel that they no longer need the unions and the leadership of the unions. Already, you're hearing some workers saying, well, we are paying union dues for. There are workers saying that in various unions right now. What are paying union dues for? Because are paying it and them ain't negotiating nothing for us. Look, the government come and they give us this, and look, the government come and they give us that. But some of the leadership still trying to be chummy with the government and not realizing that all the benefits that workers may have gotten, because it does look as benefits, but when you check it out, you realize ain't really all that. That all that they've said that they give the unions and the workers between 2022 and now, that the government has always come out and given the impression that it is because they care about workers and they like workers that they're giving it. They have never given the union, be it the teachers union, the public workers union, the technical and allied workers union, the Grenada manual and mental intellectual workers union, the bank and general workers union. They have never come out. The police, the prisons, they have never come out. The government, that is, has never come out and said these benefits are through what the workers and your unions have marched for, have asked for, and have requested. It is always, we's a nice government. All you see we give all you that. We's a nice government. All you see we give all you this. So why do you think the Minister of Labour came out and announced the things that she announced this week? She announced it late last year. She didn't announce it early this year. She waited until just the week before May Day, the last May Day before election. You heard me correctly. The last May Day before election and the closest May Day to election. So don't expect, you should be able to read. The last May Day before election and the closest May Day to election. She made sure to make those statements about when you maternity and all these sort of things. And you see that in that press conference as well, they used the opportunity to try and corner the Public Workers Union and the Grenada Allied and Technical Workers Union into a corner to accept what they put on the table. The New National Party used to say that is what we offer and there's the reasons we could offer it. And when we did that, unions was out on the streets. They went out on the streets and they marched. Even if it was a difference of 1%, they would go out and march and knock pan and walk on the streets and pull placard and say the nastiest things about members of the New National Party. If there was a difference in 1% of what they wanted and what the government at the time was offering. Now it had no march and nobody's asking for the marches. But it have no march taking place now. In fact, it don't even have April or May taking place, much less a march. So it don't have march taking place now. But at the same token, there are the same concerns that existed under the last administration, but the approach of the same union leadership is different. Much different. And Grenadian people can see it. You can see it for yourself. You know, if NNP was in office, and up to this time, all different unions signed, and these unions ain't signed, you know those unions would have been on the street. You know they would have been downstairs, the ministerial complex with placards protesting, and calling all the media, come, CC6, MTV, GBN. Some people want to know CC6. Yeah, Community Channel 6, you forget them? Yeah, they used to be around at a time. Calling all of them. come, take picture, thing, we protested. Did I call all of them downstairs the ministerial complex? Or did I make a march up to the complex to come and deliver a letter? But the same conditions exist now. And they ain't doing it. And the same government that they've been loving up, the same government, when you hear the teachers union president talk and you hear he say, oh, the government has been doing so much. Like you forget, under Lloyd and Lewis, how many teachers were regularized. Not the pass thing this government doing now. The hundreds of teachers, yes, hundreds, that will regularize during LL's term as Minister of Education, as, not Minister of Education, as the head of the union. During that period of time, there were literally hundreds of teachers that were regularized. They didn't have to go back and look for a contract every September. Yes, it didn't complete all that were within the system, but you had hundreds, literally hundreds, that were regularized during his tenure. Now they're fighting up and they're offering all kind of thing, taking away pension benefits from different people within the public service and so. And remember, teachers, this ain't supposed to affect you. This new pension thing ain't supposed to have anything to do with you all. You all have your own pension plan, and this ain't supposed to have nothing to do with you all. Those of you under the Grenada Union of Teachers, that ain't supposed to have nothing to do with you all. Police, you as well. You and prisons, that ain't supposed to have nothing to do with all you. So if you see they're taking out money towards this new pension plan, you all supposed to deal with that. But this government has been forthright in attempting to destroy trade unionism in Grenada. And at the last May Day, before the change of government, that would be May 1st, 2022, when Mondi, the President General of the Technical and Allied Workers Union, made the statement to be careful with the same individual, Deacon Mitchell, and to check his history, because his history was anti-worker. When you check the cases, the Calabash Hotel case, when you check the SGU case, when you check Grenlec workers, in all of those cases, he has always operated in an anti-worker capacity. He never pick up the case, all corporate, he never pick up the case of a worker and say, let me go and defend this worker in court. He never did it. Never. But yet still, it's coming out as though he's the messiah to the working class here in Grenada. When he does not respect the working class, what he respects is that they have a vote that he need to get. That is what he respects, but he does not respect the working class here in Grenada. And we have to see it for what it is. I recognize the move taking place, you know. I haven't seen the Facebook page in the last couple days. But these people created a Facebook page to pressure the Public Workers Union into accepting the government's offer on wage negotiations, you know. They created and sponsored, the NDC that is, created a page, made it look as though it is not a political page. But you could see from the message on the page, because it is sponsored content that was placed there with the specific aim of attacking the leadership of the Grenada Allied Technical Workers, the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union, yeah, and the Public Workers Union, to force them into a position to capitulate and to go ahead and take the offer that's being put on the table by the government. And they started to accuse the leadership of those unions of being supporters of the NNP, which could be the furthest thing from the truth. If you look at the president, I don't know who the president of the Public Workers Union support. Because to me, the same way she was behaving under the NNP is the same way I find her see she behaving now. She may have her own particular leaning, because I heard certain statements. So she may have her leaning a direction that is definitely not towards the NNP, but she may have her leaning. But I think she's been operating similarly, except now she was not in a position at that time to cause strike and that sort of thing, but she was a voice out there speaking on their behalf. But they put out the pages. And again, I had warned the union leadership about this. And those of you that have been following this program since 2022 can verify that I have been warning them that, hey, this government looking to get rid of you all. The government does not want you all operating in the way that you all are operating. They don't want you all to be a challenge to their leadership in this country. They don't want you all to be able to deal with them. They want to be able to deal with you. They don't want you to be able to deal with them. But some people, they listen, and now they find themselves in this situation. So they're setting you all up. They're setting you all up, unions, because they want your membership to boo you. Come next week, May Day, they want your leadership, your membership to boo you. That is the aim. We have a caller. Let's start to take the calls. Yeah. We have a call online. Hello, good night. Hello.
Hello, good night, sir. Good night, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
My caller ID now. I am listening to you with regards. I know you cannot call name, but I could call name. Daisy Hazard. I've been watching.
Everybody knows the leader that the PWU.
Okay, I know you cannot call name, but what I want to ask, I think we lost the election. We didn't, because lack of attendance. NDC didn't beat NNP. NNP didn't show up. That's what it was. Because there are more NNP in Grenada. These people are like NGNP. They consider themselves rich people. They consider themselves better than us. We are the remnants of GULP. I don't know if you are. I am the remnants of Uncle Gary. And we are not the lower class, but we are ordinary, regular people that wants everything. What I'm calling to ask, election is won by, you have to have money. You have to have money to do the campaign. We have 15 constituencies. Do our party provide buses on election day to go pick people up to take them to vote? Because there are people who would want to vote, but they don't have a ride. How is this party raising funds? Do they have funds like in America? Do they have campaign funds restriction? I know this guy went to Dangote and get a bag of money and whatever, but that's we don't know about that. I'm just speculating.
You might be surprised what comes in on private flights, huh?
So how are we?
5 a.m. in the morning, private flights direct from Nigeria. You might be surprised what might be contained in those bags on the flight.
Well, I saw the ship landing on the carnage with cement and so on, and that was never documented, and there was no port of entry. But yes, so how? I mean, the fundraiser, we cannot raise funds by doing barbecue on this thing. That's trivial. That's $1 for $5 and $10 for a barbecue and plates.
No, I wouldn't say that's trivial, my friend, because if you do it and people support over a period of time, it does assist. Yes, all political parties, and I won't get deep into that, but all political parties look for their funding. But it's a way as well of people being able to show their support and become part of the machinery, become part of that movement, the real movement, the true movement, the only movement to remove this maladministration from office. The person that feels that I want to be part of it, and they can come and they can donate at $2. If 20,000 people come and donate at $2, how much money you have? How much buses and so that you could do, and how much things you can do with that? That's what I'm getting at. So you may think, no, we can't be doing it like that. No, you can. It does have its use. Yeah, it doesn't say that those of you who might be out in the diaspora and decide, hey, tax returns coming, I want to send a look at something to the NNP, that you can't do that. Yeah, you could do that as well. It may have other entities that once verified may want to donate as well. All well and good. Get in contact with the main office, and notice how I said it, companies that are verified, organizations, individuals that are verified, and they want to donate. Yes, you go ahead and you donate and that sort of thing. But we can't say that no, the bake sale and the breakfast sale and those things don't add up. No, they do. They do. Believe me, they do.
Yeah. So but the main question, the people, the old people, when I say the people who, because we have changed in Grenada, you cannot call people seniors, you cannot call them old no more. You have to say senior. I can't remember what it is. No more old is seniors. I think so, something like that, right?
That with them say.
But yes, so how do we go, for example, in St. Patrick's, do we have funds to pay a bus driver to take him off on the road for the day?
I would not know that, and even if I knew that, why would I discuss that on air here? So
okay,
I'll stop that line of questioning immediately, because if I knew that, why would I come on this program and discuss something like that? All I will say is that people better worry about other people and don't worry about us. Yeah? Worry about
so we have
people,
means,
worry about us. No, I'm not gonna get into that part of it. All I will say is that if they have to worry about somebody else. Anybody that wants to assist, wants to be part of bringing the victory, because that's what we have to do. We have to bring the victory. They are welcome to donate. It could be 50 cents. That is what you have. You could donate it. It could be that you have $1 million and you want to donate 500,000. Bring it. Whatever it is, bring it to help. Yeah, and let's not get into if this one have and if that one have and that kind of thing. Let's stay away from that.
Okay, good. So let's change gears for a minute. I was listening to another program where I can't remember which minister. That's the guy. No, the Duns guy. The Duns Cap. Duns Cap.
You're talking about the whole cabinet day. Which one?
No, the Duns Cap who couldn't get the F. He said that
who get a Z in the exam.
He said that the marketing board is operational and is fruitful. It's operating at a profit. Can you talk about that or no?
He said what? The marketing board is what?
Is operational and it's making more money. And he has not a deficit. He has a profit of some $1 million when they took it over.
He's lucky. There are pastors listening to this program, and there's some young children who meet me in town and say, "Yo, Mr. Scott, I just hear the program and grandma listening," because I tell them what he's talking out of. But
all right, stop there for a minute. Sheldon, stop for a minute. While you're talking, just get back. While you're talking, I'm going to hang up after this. If you could reel back to when he was talking to Jenny Simon, where he was talking about the different, the statutory bodies. That's what the word. Mm-hmm. When he was talking about the statutory bodies. So I'm going to hang up, and while you're talking, see if you could find it. He said the marketing board is making profit. So, good night, sir. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
No, the marketing board cannot be making any profit. Let me explain what has happened here. They have wound up the Marketing and National Importing Board. In other words, they sent home everybody. They took back a skeleton staff to keep a skeleton operation running for the period of time until they create this new company, IMEXA or whatever it's supposed to be that they're supposed to create, using some of the facilities, equipment, vehicles, and, as they said, some of the staff that existed under what was the Marketing and National Importing Board. Now, remember, they've sent home the majority of people that was working with Marketing Board. So if you still have the facilities, you're still providing a scaled-down service, so you don't have to buy as much goods as you were buying before because you've scaled down your operation. You don't have to pay as much staff as you paid before because you have sent home the vast majority of them. You don't have as much vehicles hitting the road and so on as before because, again, you've scaled down operations. Yet still, you're the one that have the license to bring in certain things like sugar and so in the country, although I hear other people been doing it. But you have the license to do it, and I believe those people would have to pay you to be able to do that. But you have the license for these things. It's obvious you will look like if you are operating on a profit, but you're not really operating on a profit. You can't compare what exists now, that barely exists. You can't compare that to marketing board in its full glory, where you had marketing board, marketing managers, and you had people going out onto the farms and so on. Down to the point at a point in time, they used to go for the source up leaf. They had market for that, and they're sending people to pick the leaf special because you can't just pull and throw in a bag. All that you can't compare the two. What exists now to what exists then. The question remains: where's IMEXA? Where is the new marketing board that they promised? We heard it was supposed to be coming out in 2024. Nothing. 2025. Nothing. 2026, we've started getting the excuse now that they can't find audited reports of Marketing and National Importing Board for how much years. And they conveniently, because I'm pretty sure I have audited reports of Marketing Board somewhere around here. I'm pretty sure from when I was in Parliament. And even after, there have been audited reports from the Marketing and National Importing Board. So to try to give the impression that this wasn't taking place is absolutely false. I'm positive I could get up now and go to my cupboard there and find one of those Marketing and National Importing Board reports, because I remember seeing them. Yeah? So to say that you can't find like it was never done, that is a blatant lie. Sometimes what happens, it might take 2-3 years sometimes to get around to do the audited report because of who they're getting to do it and the process in getting it done. Now they're trying to say, after they promise you in 2023 that by 2024 you will have that new entity, that they were already speaking to people. Then they came back and they promised the same thing for 2025. Then they came back and they promised the same thing for 2026. Now the excuses, after all this time, they now realize that, hey, you need the audited report. If a company is going to partner with you, they want to see how the cash flow has been going. They want to see what you have, what your inventory looks like, what your equipment and the state of your equipment. They want to see all this sort of thing. So they now know that that has to be done before you could get into bed with somebody to say you're going to do a public-private partnership to create that new entity. And then who are the people that you're looking to get into bed with to create this new entity? Was it put out there? Did they ask for people for expressions of interest? For people who are interested in becoming in that? Or did they just go and find somebody that's willing to slip them $250,000 on the other end? Did they just go to one of these people and say, look, we are looking to do that and so on. If you come on board, you run a little something day. If you come on board, then you won't get it. What is the real thing taking place with the Marketing and National Importing Board now? Because to claim that the Marketing and National Importing Board, and he can't be, don't tell me this guy is really and truly a business student. No wonder he getting a Z on exam. Some people say it was a Z. Yeah, a Z, not a A, B, C, D, E, or F. You know. He getting a Z on exam. So if he, that's why he had to be getting a Z. If he's a business student and that's the kind of thing he's talking about, it's obvious he must be getting a Z on exam. Folks, the phone lines are open. You can call 440-7377, but again, you must call on WhatsApp. WhatsApp calls only. That's 1473-440-7377. And you can also get us on 421-7279. You can call us on WhatsApp on that number as well. Huh? So you can call us on both numbers on the WhatsApp. But yeah, it had to be that. That's why you're getting Z on exam and them kind of thing, man. Yeah, that. Folks, also, I'm waiting for some responses. Yeah.
Get ready for the onslaught.
Because again, I continue seeing that information circulating that certain leaders within the Caribbean have lost their US visas, yeah?
I was the first one to win in the
Again, the US, they may mention that people have lost their visas in different countries. They won't specify who those people are.
political songs, like we have an ulterior motive to bring the government down. But I tell them, hold on, wait.
We know that at the recently concluded World Bank meetings, the summer meetings and so on, that our Minister of Finance was unable to go.
Never sing politics, always write some sweet lyrics. So I don't
Yeah, he went and say what he shouldn't say. He didn't use, how did the Honorable Evelyn Pierre put it again? Strategic diplomacy. Yeah, he didn't use strategic diplomacy. He just went down blah 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 and they hit him with it whap. Yeah.
I'm in town real long, I know what is going on. They had their thing well planned to give the shanty man.
Which also means that certain countries that he has to visit as Minister of Finance is going to cost us more. Yeah, it will cost us more. Because usually, for a lot of destinations, you would utilize your US visa for a connecting flight. So let's say you have to go certain places in Europe and even certain places in South and Central America sometimes. You're going there and the cheaper route sometimes is to leave here, go through Miami and then go there. In going to Jamaica, for instance, when I've been to Jamaica several times, and in going to Jamaica, the route that we took, nearly most of the time, there's never a flight direct from Grenada to Jamaica during my time back and forth, but we'd go through Miami and then head down to Jamaica, which was the cheapest route. If you had to do it otherwise, it was costing a pile of money. But the cheapest route was flight Grenada, Miami, Miami, Jamaica, and then the return. Yeah? And you would find many situations like that, that it now means that if that particular minister has to travel, if it was going to cost you 5,000 EC or 6,000 EC for the flights, it's now going to cost you somewhere in the region of 9,000 and 10,000 EC, and you better hope that he doesn't have to overnight in some location, because then the cost goes up because of hotel and per diem and all of that. Yeah? So it's not a simple thing as he lose a visa. There's a cost implication for us. There's also the implication where he cannot go to the United States to these meetings where there's grant funding available. You're going and build a hospital facility that's going to be over $1 billion. To build 500 houses per year over 5 years is going to cost you a similar figure. Well, at least into the hundreds of millions. It's going to cost you. So grant funding is important. But where will they get the grant funding from if the key person who has to go, you can't send the PS in finance, there are issues there. You can't send him. Yeah, we will leave that alone, but you just can't send him. Not that he had the ability, you just can't send him. Of course he has the ability, he was there doing it during the NNP, but there are other challenges right now. So you can't send him. So how do you deal with these things? Yeah, let's go to the phone line. We have a call line. Go right ahead, you're live.
Charles got a appeal to the Prime Minister. If you listening right now, anybody on the NDC side listening, appealing for the Mongozo. Mongozo extra dark in the night. Please, I'm begging. How much I beg so? I'm come and beg, kneel and beg for you. Come on, Prime Minister. Oh, don't extra dark in the night. Oh gosh, and the piece of ruin La Femme area, oh gosh, by the church. People complaining, people very complaining right now. You see the piece of ruin getting more worse. I work with a company, and every time I go down there, it's very tough. It's very tough. And you have next piece of road in Westerhart Point. Mr. Deacon Mitchell, he must take a pass in the Westerhart Point. You have a gentleman build a house down there, next by the beach. I don't want to call his name. The road is very bad. The road is very bad. Begging for the people to come fix the road in Westerhart Point. Please, I'm really begging. Please.
Alright, caller. Thank you so very much.
That Oh God, man, do some work for us,
Caller,
Pierre begging.
caller, that was your second chance, so bye.
Yeah.
Later.
Okay.
All right. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we want to take it twice and then, the long thing. Yeah, you had your chance earlier, so we go cut it there. Nice. Yes, indeed. So Mongozo and Beaton. Lafem in specific. And I think I know what you're speaking about in Lafem as you're going down to Epping Forest. After you pass Country Coal, you're going in. You make the bend and then you're going down the hill there where there was that accident years ago that the child died when the vehicle flipped over. That piece of road is really bad. Really bad. And it's human beings living down inside there. Yeah, it's human beings. Yes, going down in a pin forest. It's a human beings living down inside there. So please treat them like human beings and deal with the situation down in that end. Somebody asked if we are the GLPs at home within the NNP,
The star shines brightly in the sky. We'll never let it down.
We shall never let a party fall.
Yeah, sing the thing.
For we love it the best of all. We don't
let nobody fool all in St. John.
Our might, cause when we
tell him to get off this time.
Fight with peace and love, you'll hear us sing. God save a party, God save it, please. At the ending of the day, victory for all. We'll never let a party fall.
Yes, indeed. 14734407377 and 4217279. Those are the numbers you can use to get onto the inside. Yeah, don't let nobody come and trick all you in St. John again and talk about them as the GULP and vote for them and that kind of thing. No vote for them. Let me repeat it because they done starting to get ready to come around again, Ask yourself what they done for St. John. When election finished the last time and they realized that they pull enough votes that they caused the NNP to lose, you know what they come and say? Yes, we did it. They didn't win, but it was celebrating because they had achieved the objective, which was to damage the NNP. And there are others with the same intention this time around. There are others with the same intention this time around. Be very careful. Do not let them hoodwink you. Don't let them get away with that. Don't let them hoodwink you. They get away with it the last time. They're not going to get away with it this time. Yeah? We're voting for proper governance in this country. We're voting for a team that don't talk about road. And when we say we're doing road, you're doing how much feet are road in this place and how much feet are road in that place. No. We're talking about a team that when they're doing road, they're talking miles of roads. That in this year, we do X amount of miles of roads. In that year, we do X amount of miles of roads. And we do how much bridges. And we do how much miles of drains. We have laid how much miles of water lines to areas that never had water before. So we don't talk in them kind of small numbers. We have a team that knows how to get the job done. We have a caller. Go right ahead, caller.
Hey, good night, Shalom. Good night, Talking Points.
How you doing, Bo?
How we doing?
I'm good. Go right ahead.
Right, I did. Shalom, so let me ask this question. So, given up these houses with this kind of color, this kind of pink and orange color, there's a new plot right now. I was asking, I know, because I want the house too. I want to know what I'm supposed to do. If I'm supposed to join a yellow party, if I'm supposed to, I know what I'm supposed to do to get a house.
I ain't too sure what you're talking about, so I can't respond to you.
Well, I've seen pictures with ministers giving it houses, so.
Hold on, let me make something clear to you, bro. When you call and you speak about these things, clarify what you're talking about. Because remember, we have a couple thousand people listening to this program. And majority of them, 99.99%, may not understand what you're talking about. So just clarify for them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I see the minister, Senator Gloria Thomas, handing out keys to houses. to some people in our constituencies, and it's all over Facebook.
Her
So
constituency.
who don't have
hold
Facebook?
on. Her constituency.
Well, in our area.
Gloria, you say?
Yeah, Miss Gloria Thomas, yeah.
But I thought that was the other Thomas.
No man. Say that Gloria Thomas, right?
Okay.
And so
It's like that.
I'm asking if they're using these houses as a pawn to buy voters, to sway voters or sway people, because I don't understand. You seen people getting houses that, well, I mean, I'm glad for everybody that will get a house. No problem with that. All of us are Canadians, we deserve to be happy and married. But it seems that some is getting more than some. And I understand also, I could be wrong, that the MIT ministry is no longer in charge of housing. I wonder why.
No, that has been
Just questions.
that has been so a couple months now. I remember that announcement being made that MIT is getting out of the housing and everything will be fully under the Ministry of Housing now. So I heard.
Yeah, so my question was why? Yeah,
Oh, come
so
on,
there's that.
You don't know why? It has at a houses bill when people bathing in the bathroom, water coming out in the living room, on the floor. There's some kind of people-
Okay.
It's not we saying the same Gloria say that all some of the people and them who say there's contractors when they build houses, all kind of thing. It have houses right now.
Right.
When rain fall, they say the houses go withstand hurricane. But when rain fall, the people
Yeah.
inside getting wet.
I also want to give teacher Lisa Clockett some kudos. Some kudos for holding on that interview and giving a good account of herself. Despite the attacks that will come, they're coming. And they're coming fast and furious and just, let me hold it on. Once again, NPites, NP supporters, get your all act together. Support your party. If you have to pay your dues, pay your dues. Look at the voters list. I think that the PEO Grenada.org is back online. If you can get the soft copy, do it. If you can get the papers, do it. Go through the list. Because trust me, Sheldon, from what I'm seeing happening right now, I keep saying it, that election is closer than we think. And you see this diaspora homecoming thing, folks? Canadians or in the diaspora come home.
Let me tell you something. Stop playing this thing about diaspora homecoming in people's head, because it might be sooner than that. A lot of you, that's why I keep saying, some of you it's closer than you think, because you, as well as others, been talking about, it might be for this diaspora homecoming thing. They could want you to believe that and call it before. So don't focus on no diaspora homecoming. Get ready now.
So that's what I'm saying. Go through the list, get yourself organized, make sure your name on the list. I do my thing tonight. I just checked it a while ago. I checked some of my family members and make sure everybody there. You understand? Because these guys, what I'm seeing happening right now, and I'm seeing also the Prime Minister is very distant with some of his members of his cabinet. I don't know what's happening. I only hearing things, but it is what it is. But to NPIs, get you all, just stay focused and stay again. We must get rid of this NC people. Shall I have a good night?
All right, my brother. Thanks. Yeah, let me just repeat that. I know a lot of you been, the diaspora homecoming, they go do it then. Listen, again, and I repeat it all the time, the election date is not being called by the NNP. So you cannot use your own logic to decide what somebody else will do. You have to try and think how they would think. So when we keep saying, down in that time when they're doing that, so some of you ain't doing your work because you're thinking that is down then. No. As I said earlier in the program, a month from now you could be swearing in a new prime minister. Don't take it for granted. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Good night, Mr. Sharon Scott.
Hey, Camille Teresa Scott, how you doing?
Not so good at all.
Oh gosh, yeah. I could hear it on you tonight. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't have a lot of pain, Sharon. Them both legs are mine. Give me a hard time.
Oh boy.
Anyhow, good night to all the listeners, home and abroad. Canada, England, America, wherever you all have an, excuse me, where we there in Grenada. Oh, yo. God. Patty, Matthew, Mr. Watts, and everybody, just saying good night to everybody. Sheldon, I mean, we did everybody, they just something. We just have to focus on our business and forget them people. We, as members of the NNP, just have to focus on our business take care of our business and forget these people and them, what they go do and what they doing. You understand? As Grenadians, we need to focus on our business. Look out for each other. Try and look for the names. Try and get your children or your nieces, your nephews, your neighbors. You and who are going down good. Tell them, speak to them, discuss what's going on in Grenada, things going up. Register. Make sure that you name them, your children name them, sit down and speak to your children and let them know. Well, look, mommy working for $500 and look how we going through. And speak to your children that have the age that reach 18 years to go and vote. Dick and doing the business not to focus on beating the Prime Minister, Dr. Dick Mitchell, how he name, and Emerson ministers. Focus on your business and help them and pray. Let's put our hearts and hands together and pray to God and tell God the problem we have in Grenada. I see today a little girl that going to the park through the yellow and green uniform. I don't say she right to do what she did. She went into a supermarket and pick up a little biscuit, $1 for that bourbon. The security take and bring and the police go with that child. It's either she maybe was hungry or something, and she go and I see that pass with the child. And then the other lady said, look at the go with that child, oh God. The security could have begged the people there or pay for the biscuit. So that alone to show us what's going on. Eh? When I come home this evening, and I reach in my yard, I see they put that thing on my pipe.
What?
I always pay my bills. I always like the first thing I just pay. But because the children was here, they slipped me $64.
And
$64.
They come and they put a block on your pipe for $64, Cammy?
They lock up the water. $64. When I go in and pay my bill, I send in money there to pay. They just send back and tell me I don't have to pay today this month because I leave money inside. So sometimes I tell them, hold it for the next month. $64. And I always pay me water bill. As the children was here, with the moving up and down, that slipped me. You think I give away more than $64 today to people that pass. I give away more than $64, and that person that do that, them wicked. I'm going to go and pay, so I have to pay the $64 and pay to reconnect the water for this weekend, and that if I might get it back for the weekend. That alone to show you what's going on in Grenada. They need money.
That is how wicked it is, because if you come and do that on a Thursday, and I've always had that fundamental problem. If you disconnect a person, either their electricity or their water, two necessities on a Thursday, and they pay on a Friday, it means that that person may have to spend Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Until Monday. But that is alright. Sheldon, I will not let what now was the guy that come and cut off the water. They ain't gonna let that bother me. They ain't gonna bring up my pressure. I go drugging water to bathe in the bucket. So that don't bother me. They will fully do that. You understand what I said? And it just slipped me, you know. It slipped me because I always spend and pay me water. And when I was telling people are saying, if there is extra, leave it in. So that just evilness.
But Cammy, I am sure there are people in this country that win thousands, not just hundreds. Thousands. And they disconnect them.
I have a friend that was by me this week. She was one in the hospital. And she going on every day. And she was complaining to me. She had to query a bill over $600. She tell me that. And I say, oh God, girl, you know, I said, pay down something. She said, I pay down something. And yesterday she was telling me that. And this morning, I went down and my foot was hurting me so much. When I have pain, I can't think. So much of pain with the legs. The both of them. I can't think. But dying say I didn't have $64, you know. I tell you, I give away more than $64 today with the little money as what I sell. And everybody fast. As I reach this morning, if I like God, let me break. As I shove the key in the door, a lady come and beg me to give her. I had for $10. I had it in my hand and I give her. I say, go on. Whenever you will bring it. And people just keep coming. This one come, they want this, they want that. I don't focus on them. I don't focus on anything. Supporters and the ministers and they want it. Tonight, when I put on me television to watch the news and I hear Miss Claudia talking, I low it down. I low it down. I don't want to hear them. Then I hear Mr. Azad, I low it down. I'm telling you the truth. I don't want to listen to them tell on. I focus on the gas gone up, the things in the store gone up, people coming to buy up there. Oh God, Miss Cammy, I don't hope yours is $8 now. I can't read. They're telling me they're paying $8 back this month. That one telling me they're paying this for that. I trying to focus on my business and try to help. School children coming, I will lie. I will not lie. God will punish me. I pray to lie because I do well. Children coming, they coming to buy a lollipop. A lollipop is $1. You have $1 lollipop and you have 50 cents. But I don't have the 50 cents one. I can't turn them away. I cannot turn them away. And it hurt me. It hurt me this evening when I see it pass with a little girl. And she, I don't know if she throw the biscuit or is it throw it in it and the police stand up in front of me with this little girl. A little child, she was around 10 years and it's such in the bin. That hurt me belly, it hurt me belly. As a grandmother with 11 grand. And they go with any police section. The police and them could even pay for the biscuit for the child and the security. So that alone to show us what's going on in Grenada. Because their parents, they will give them $2, $1 for the break. And his children, they spend it or they lose it. What's going on in Grenada? All you stop worrying about Deacon Mitchell as the Prime Minister. Where he gone, what he do? Focus on yourself and pray for this country that we get delivered. Mr. Scott, I cannot walk as before. When I walk and I leave it to me, I go in by the health center, my back, I have a back that has hurt me. And you know what some supporters say? Because they don't see me in a meeting. You know the kind of thing they're saying about Miss Cammy. But they don't know where my heart is. I don't have to tell them.
Cammy, I will tell you one thing though. They can't say it around me. And assure the vast majority of listeners to this program, they cannot say it around them either. So they know they can't say it. I wouldn't know what they're saying because they dare not come around me.
Can't go to meeting. Why would the strand tell me? Internet. So I tune in. I just tune in, Mr. Scott. I just download all. And I just look at that over and over. I know where my heart is. I know a man that call you a radio station and I'm calling people grasshopper. And I laugh to myself. And if I'm dead now, God knows where my heart is. I cannot forget what the NNP government did for me. Tamil. Mr. Scott, when I cut a burger and I go in town and I sell $10, I give away the next 10. Because of the whole spot Dr. Mitchell did to me. And he gave me that place with love. When I went to him and I tell him, I just need a house spot. The same day, say, Mr. Campbell, one give a day. And I am not ungrateful man. I am not ungrateful man. Anybody do anything for me, I always call and tell him thanks. And by the way, a lady lead something for you. She's from Happy Hill.
All right.
I know she's listening. And all the listeners, good night. And let's pray for the country and pray to God that when they do call the election, we're ready. We're ready. And I'm asking for help only that they could come and meet me and bring me go in the place to go and give my make me ex. Because I can't
Even if I had to come for you, I'll come in for you.
I cannot make it again. I don't have the energy, me back, me foot. Yes, I was going to terminal and sit down because that is the only income I have. I cannot depend on my children because they married and they had their children and their family. If I ask for something, they will give. And it's not all my children that will stretch hand for me. Okay? I don't have nothing to hide. I don't think I don't have to be ashamed to say what I'm going through. Yeah? So sometimes it's just got to go down and sit down. And them guys, a young man, and he's an NDC guy, you know, strong NDC. You know, he just give me a day every Saturday. He name is Patrick. He from Victoria. And when I go down in the morning, he come and put out my table and put out everything for me.
I know Patrick, yeah.
Yes, they just help me. Because me and him good. We doesn't discuss politics, but I just tell him, see that NDC guy, he just help me. And he have supporters that said all dirty things. Lord God, if I was not strong woman, I'd be like a grasshopper, jumping, I don't go in no way. So I'll just stop saying anything that you're saying. I am not an ungrateful woman. If it wasn't the NNP government, I would not have been sitting where I is here tonight speaking to the world. I am not an ungrateful woman. A lot of people forget what the NNP government did for y'all. Right? All you have to face, are you taking bribe? I could call a lot of all you need. But I don't have time for that. Then we pray to get delivered from the hands of the enemy. Because the post is strong out there. And we must pray. We have to trust God more than we trust man. I am a believer. Have a good night, Grenada. Patty, good night. I don't believe they put hot in me, Michelle, and they put in the hot in me, Tommy. I come up early, and I just lie down inside there, grinding with things.
I realize you left early yesterday too, because when I passed back, you were
I just come home early. Yeah. Because my son tell me I must go home and rest.
Yeah.
So you can make $1. He said, thank God and go home and rest, ma'am. You won't leave me hungry. Yeah, have a blessed night, everybody. And now look, get registered. Look at the list as we say, follow, get the instruction, and listen to what Sheldon telling all you. Get all the children registered. Speak to your neighbors, speak to your family. Discuss what's going on. Because $64, you know. When I get the bill and I watch it, $64, they cut it off the water. It's a good thing I had a bottle of water. I drink and I cook some macaroni on it. Good night. Love y'all.
All right.
I don't want no sympathy. I'm begging. No sympathy. I don't want nobody have. Oh God, I don't have no sympathy. I didn't born with riches, but I'm alive and I give God thanks for that. Good night, Sheldon Scott, and you take care.
Good night, Cammy.
Bye.
All right. And folks, while Cammy talking, I make sure she make me go and check my bill too, you know. Although I know I paid it yesterday, but I go and I check it one time, you know. Yeah, me ain't taking chance with them. Because and that's why when I say about the donations and so, that's why I try to keep on top of things like the electricity and the same water and other things. I try to keep on top of those because I know some of us are targets. So if we late, if we miss a month, you know they're coming for us. And you don't want a situation where you tune in at night and while I'm supposed to be on to do the show, I can't do it because they cut electricity. You don't want a situation like that. Yeah? You don't want a situation, because if it cut like that, the next thing is 2 nights might be missing with the show and that sort of thing. So that's why I try, and you would hear at times as I come and say, yes, we need to pay the bills, we need some assistance and so on. And sometimes people assist, sometimes I have to call someone And the thing is, I don't like having to call the same people all the time to try and assist with these things. But you understand what's going on. Some of us are targets. Cammy in their eyes is a target, and I hope it's not a situation that it's one of those situations she has to pay the 200 and something, that deposit that they're making some people pay. I hope it's not a situation she ends up having to pay that as well as the 60 something dollar. I'll let you all know, and I know she'll call and let us know. But I hope it's not a situation like she have to pay that 60 something dollars, pay the reconnection fee, whatever that is, and still make that new down payment at 200 and something dollars. I really hope it's not a situation like that with her. Let's pray that it's not a situation like that with her. Because in my view, people when they get to a certain age, like Cammy and so on, they're supposed to be certain leeway that they're given. But we know this is the same political party in office now that had been taking people in the 70s and 80s and 90s water back between 2008 and 2013. It's the same NDC was doing it. When the new National Party was giving these elderly people, we say, okay, this woman is 93 years old. She worked on the cocoa. She worked in cocoa. She worked here. She worked there. She did her very best to assist and to help. Partners, call on the WhatsApp. You can't... certain people not understanding the English language. So one of my Creole speaking friends from Dominica or somewhere, call and tell us how to tell people, call on the WhatsApp. They call in direct. Call on the WhatsApp. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night, John.
Good night. How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right. Go right ahead.
I have a little issue with my daughter registered from since January, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they give her a number to call collect her ID.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we call is an issue. We go inside it, it's still an issue. I don't understand how long it takes you to get an ID, and I don't know what's going on.
According to the supervisor of election, he tries to deal with that quick so that within by the following week they're supposed to have the ID.
But that's not true. That ain't happening.
I have him on tape saying that that by the following week.
That's not true. Well, I know the exact. I know when my daughter registered, and up to now we have not received the ID. Up to Monday, she went inside and she still didn't get it.
What I would tell you is this. First thing, I don't want her to worry too much. Is her name on the list? Have you seen her name on the voters list?
That's why I double checking now, because I had to double check the list again, because the first list that come out, she name was not on it.
Right. So if she registered in January, this is the addendum for January to March. So once she registered in January, her name should be on this list that just came out. What I want you to do is contact me when the show is done. Use the following number, the 421-7279 number.
Yeah, I have that.
Right. Contact me on that number when the show is done. Let us make sure that her name is on the list. If it's not on the list, they go have to answer why. Because her name should be on the list. But the thing is this, before you go, let her know that even without the card, once her name is on the list, she has to be allowed to vote.
Well, she will vote.
Yeah. The qualifying
she won't have a photo ID, but we're going and we will be going down strong.
Yeah. Because let me remind yourself and everybody that's listening, the qualifying criteria for an elector, a voter in the state of Grenada, is that their name is on the voters list. Not that they have a voter registration card, not that they have a driver's license or a passport or anything like that. The qualifying criteria is that your name is on the list. Having the picture ID makes the process on election day a lot smoother. But once people there can identify you are who you say you are, you have to be allowed to vote.
Okay.
That's why different political parties, all the parties that have a candidate there, they have their indoor agents who are people from the community would be able to identify and say this is the person. And I think there is a thing that you swear or you sign to that you are who you say you are and the people are there and you're allowed to vote. So the qualifying criteria is that your name is on the list. It makes it smoother. You get in and out. You don't tie up the line, everything. If you have your ID, especially your voter's identification, it makes things smoother. But if you don't have it, it's not a reason to stay away from the polls. You must go and vote. Alright? So give me a call right after. I'll be waiting on your call. Great, thanks.
Alright.
Yeah, that's because I have, and I was just looking for it because I know I have it somewhere here on the system here, where the supervisor of elections said that he deals with that quickly, the voters' ID, and so it's not something that they take a long time to do. He was on that GIS program that they have, and I'll see if I can find the program. He was on that GIS program that they have, and he was saying that within a week or so we could either sign that, and they try to do that quickly. And again, that individual is trying to call me directly. Apparently they may not understand the difference between calling directly and utilizing the let me just see if I find this, utilizing WhatsApp. You cannot call direct. I cannot answer. There's no way for me to answer on the online if you call direct. You must call me on the you must call me on the WhatsApp. Yeah, as I was speaking and I'm trying to see if I can find this thing one time. Yeah. So okay, yes, that was last month, and let me see if I can find that specific bit. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night.
Hey, how
you
you
doing? Chilling.
Badge, how you doing?
I'm picking up a little whistling sound like if an aircraft taking off in the background of your audio. So I don't know, check it out. And
well,
I just got to say,
earlier I had a whistling sound because I had the window open, so the crickets, you know those cicadas.
No, it's not that. It's electronic. It's electronic.
Oh, it must be the fan then. What you're hearing is the fan.
Well, oh, okay, all right.
I don't have air conditioning. I don't have air conditioning. I had 2 fans on me and I'm still sweating like a slave in a cane field.
I just making it short. I enjoyed last night's presentation of the meeting, and I think that Dwight Horsford is a very great guy. The way he speaks, he chooses his words very carefully. He might speak slowly, but he chooses his words very carefully and nice. Because at the end of the day, the way the world works today, the words that you say comes back to haunt you. So you have to be careful what you say. And I realize things. And you know, the NNP has a great team, and I wish the best. But sometimes in this world, the world is created now, the devil ruling, and the things here in Barbados, every 2 days is a murder.
Yeah, I realize that with you. You all are gone clear on this thing now, man.
I am telling you.
Yeah.
Every 2 days.
There was a multiple one sometime last week or weekend or so.
Yeah. 3 people shot dead and 1 fighting for life in the hospital, and you know it's a crisis. It's a crisis. So I know today that they killed a Guyanese man that got a well-established business, and he's one of the men that in a nightclub. And I know that it's not going to end that way, and it's like it's a war all over the Caribbean. And the youngsters, I don't know, like they don't intend to live. It's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking for no apparent reason.
Here in Grenada, I would say to the authorities, when your neighbor house on fire, wet yours.
Yes, I know. I heard the other night appealing to the police, nip it in the bud. Because you can't get Grenada in this. But you know, it's a social thing. Well, look at in Trinidad the other day. Imagine breaking in a police station. Oh God. Anyhow, Shalon, have a great night, yeah? And Miss Cammy, we are all behind you. We are all behind you. Don't worry. You got a good spirit. I love Miss Cammy, and I love to hear her. And she's genuine. When she speaks from her heart, and has no fear. And you can't have fear for your puppy dogs. Have a good night, Mr. Scott. And God bless you.
Thank you so very much.
God bless you. Yes.
Great, thanks. Yes, indeed, folks. And all you can call me there. You all have to call me on the... okay. We'll see about that just now. Folks, remember, this is what the supervisor of elections say.
Persons to come out and get registered. Come out and get registered. Come out and get your ID card. One of the things that I ensure is that when they come to register, I try to approve those cards within the same week or the same day. Okay, so by the end of the week or the following week, you should be able to have your ID, your voter's ID in your hand, and we don't waste time.
All right, not me that say, the man say he think for himself. Yeah, he tried to approve the same day or the same week. So you're supposed to have by the end of the following week your ID in your hand. Not me that say, he that say. All right. So let me play it one more time, especially for the listener out there. Yeah, let me play the thing one more time for you, Papa. Nice.
Persons to come out and get registered. Come out and get registered. Come out and get your ID card. One of the things that I ensure is that when they come to register, I try to approve those cards within the same week or the same day. Okay, so by the end of the week or the following week, you should be able to have your ID, your voter's ID in your hand, and we don't waste time.
All right, you don't waste time. But since January, okay, all right, okay. Other people having that situation? A little afraid to give me a call. Let me know it. Well, folks, we had a wrap for tonight. Yeah, it's been a long day today, believe me. It's been a very exceptionally long day today. All right, folks. So, folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. It's been wonderful being here. Ashma, I get your stuff, girl, but tomorrow night, I'll deal with it tomorrow night, yeah? That's the fair that's coming up there, the church fair. I'll make sure and put that one up tomorrow night. Nice? Beautiful. Yes, indeed, folks. That's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. It's been wonderful being here with you. In everything you say and do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. My name is Sheldon Scott. Love each and every one of you, and hope that you all have a wonderful remainder of the night tonight. We will be back tomorrow night. Yes, Friday Night Forum tomorrow night with more talking points for you. I am out. Love you all.
Follow back company and end up in custody.
us sharing bread with Jah. We share bread. Remember, I help you to the end.
Who want to us as they want to do you? Do good and God will follow you. All the others you live. What is where you must be. Don't let no one tell you no. What you reap is what you sow. Far brighter tomorrow.
Jah.
And try to take your place. Them and their friends, they will talk hypocrites on you. That's what they will do. Don't trust them no more. They and you beg with you and spread false allegation on you. Ungratefulness would never done. Ungratefulness would never done. Some ungrateful people, they always are wrong. Ungratefulness would never done. Ungratefulness would never done. Some ungrateful people, they always are wrong.
Think about it first. Boy, mommy, oh, I liggy dan dan do, di dan da da. Oh boy, as a calypso, nearly true voice of the people, to lead you on the right path. I'm responsible. The decisions you make not only decides your fate, but is an entire country. It could make or break. The Lord power been vested in you from the day that you were born. We are king and queens, we have control, not to be used as any pawn. That God-given gift so we can know what is right from what is wrong. And in everything that we do, always in for positive outcome. Look before you lead, cause what you sow you reap. Look before you end up in a big heap of look before you leave. For curiosity take a peep. Look before you end up drowning in the deep. What I'm trying to tell you, don't jump unless you're sure about it. Don't jump, don't act like you're mad. Don't jump, it might be too dangerous. Think about it first. Don't jump. Once you leave the rock, don't jump. And no turning back. No, no. Try to avoid disaster. Oh yo yo. Don't let selfishness and greed be your hindrance. This will surely block your way once given a chance. And all these strides you have made to progress that will fade. And all the goals that you set out for suddenly is all grain. Be a leader and don't just follow. Or you could end up following clowns. Or you could be like birds that should be soaring, but somehow can get off the ground. With every step that you'll be taking, make sure you take a long hard look. And one thing to always remember, the cover can't help you judge the book. Look before you leave, cause what you sow you reap. Look before you end up in a pile of